Hey guys, what's up? Chris Zoupa here. Today we're going to be looking at one of my favourite solos of all time. I'm so glad I finally learned it. The delightful solo from Blackbird by Alter Bridge. Let's take a look. Alright guys, before we get too excited, we just need to talk about the tuning, which is E flat standard, which goes E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B flat, and an E flat. So get yourself in tune and we'll get started. Alright guys, let's have a look at the first section. I'm going to start off with a hammer on from 3 to 5 on the 4th string, and this is going to be kind of based around a G minor pentatonic. So here we go. I'm going to hit that 5, and then pick it again for some sexy vibrato. And I work into this phrase. So what I'm doing there is I'm sliding back into 5 on the 4th string. Then I'm going to play 3-5 on the 3rd. Then I'm going to hit the 5 again, and I'm going to sort of do a double bend there, all in one pick. So all together. I bring the bend down. Then I jump to 6th of the 5th string. After that, I work into this phrase. Let's slow that down. So what I'm doing here, sliding back into 5 of the 4th, and then I'm going to play 3 of the 3rd string and then do a pull off from 5 to 3. After that, I'm going to slide from 5 to 7 on the 3rd, and I'm using my middle finger for this. After I get there, I do a light vibrato, and then I want to do a hammer-on from 6 to 8 on the 2nd. After that, I'm going to brush through that bluesy flat 5 sound from 6 to 5 on the 3rd as a slide. So we've got... Hopefully that's all making sense. Let's put together what we've got from the start. We're very close to finishing off this chunk. Okay, after I've done that slide back, I'm going to slide from 5 to 3 now. And I'm going to bend up 5 of the 3rd string really slowly. When I get to the top of it, I'm going to play the bend down. So there's an extra pick there, and then I'm going to jump to 3 of the 3rd string, and then I resolve that on 5 of the 4th. So we got, let's go from the slide. There's one more little phrase at the end of that. I'll play it for you and then we'll slow it down. Pretty sexual. So what I've got here, a very slight sort of vibrato-y bend idea on this little chord I'm doing. I'm just sort of twisting my wrist as I do it. I'm playing 15 of the 2nd and the 3rd string with a flat pointer. Notice that my elbow comes out a little bit. I'm just twisting the wrist. It's not so much about getting a note sort of tone happening, it's more about getting a bit of an attitude behind that. Still around a G minor pentatonic up the octave, I work into this phrase. Let's slow that down. I'm going to play 17, 15 on the 4th string as 2 picked notes and then again as a pull off. So we've got, at the end of that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a slide from 17 to 15 on the 5th, and then I'm going to play 13. So we've got, at the end of that, I'm going to bend in and out into a pull off from 15 of the 5th string, and then pull off to the 13, and then I pick both notes. So all together, one more time. That's the whole section. So let's do it again relatively slowly, and then we'll do it again even slower to tabs. One more time, some tabs. Let's have a look at the second section. I want to start from 15 of the 6th string and then jump to 17 of the 5th. I'm going to start off by hitting that top string twice, then playing 17 of the 5th. So it's got a bit of a power chordy 5th interval, and then I go. So what I'm doing now is playing 15 of the 6th and 17 of the 4th, and that's going to give us an octave. At the end of that, what I'm doing there is I'm playing 15 twice on the 4th, and then hammering into 17. Hopefully that's all making sense. And then I work into this phrase. Let's slow that down. I'm sliding in from 15 to 17. And I think this is just more to sort of get you in position for that phrase. So I'm using my pointer finger here. I slide in, hit it again when I get there. And I'm going to play 19 of the 3rd, and then jump back up to 17 of the 4th. At the end of that, I work into this phrase. So it's a semitone bend on 19, up and back on the 3rd, then I'm working back chromatically 18, 17 on the 3rd. Let's have a look at what we've got from the start. Hopefully that's all making sense. So what I've got here is a semitone bend from 19 of the 3rd string. I bend it up that semitone, and then I hit it again at the top and get some vibrato. Hopefully that's making sense. And then I work into sort of a good time blues rock phrase. Let's slow that down. I'm starting off with a bend on 17 of the 3rd string, and then a flat finger covering 15 of the 1st and the 2nd. So I'm bending the 17, playing the 2nd string, the 1st, and then actually I want to roll back to the 2nd. So let's try this. Okay, at the end of that, I'm going to play 18 and then jump across to 20 and do a pull off from 20 to 18. Hopefully that's making sense. Let's have a look at what we've got from the start of this section. Okay, hopefully that's all making sense. Then we go into this. So what I've got here is a big bend on 20 of the 1st string. I jump to 18 and then play 20 of the 2nd string. I've got another bend on 20 of the 1st, except there's no 18 in between this. I jump straight to 19 of the 2nd. Let's play those back to back. Okay, hopefully that's making sense. And then I work into some dual bend ideas. Let's slow this down. So I'm playing 15 of the 1st string and then bending that 18 on the 2nd string. So after I've done that, I hit the 1st string twice after that. And I do that exactly the same idea on 17 and 20 straight after. And then I do it once again on, what have I got here? I think that's 21 and 18. So we've got 15, 18, 17, 20, and then 18 and 21. At the end of that, I've got two quick sort of grace note hammers. I'm playing from 18 to 20 twice on the first string. That's the quick hammers, and then I go. So I've got a full tone bend from 20 on the first string, bring it back down to a regular 20, and then resolve it on the 18, and that's when we've got the trade between Myles and Mark, and that's when that will happen. So you might either want to cut Mark's part short or Myles' part short, depending on what you're doing, playing them back to back, or you can halve it with a good friend. That's the whole section. Let's play it slowly from the start. One more time, some tap. Alright guys, let's have a look at the third section. This is where Mark chimes in. I'm going to have two leading in notes and then my heroic bend from there. So I'm playing 20 of the second string and 17 of the first. And I'm going to do a dual bend, playing 21 of the second string and 18 of the first. I'm going to bend them just the top note of that. So I'm working to this phrase. Alright, let's slow that down. I'm going to do a bend from 17 of the first string and then play 15, 18 on the second. So 15 of the first and then 18 of the second and then back to 15 of the first again. So altogether that's going to go. When I get back to the 17 on the first string, I do a pinch harmonic there. This is pretty annoying to do, so make sure you find a reference point. I have a 22 fret guitar that's just on the edge of that pickup for me. So I can get it most of the time if I'm looking at my right hand. Let's have a look at where we started on this. So we've got, and I work into this phrase. Let's slow that down. I'm going to do a hammer on into a pull off going 15, 17, 15 on the first string. Then I want to jump to 18 of the second and then back down to 15 of the first. Okay, then I do a pull off from 18 to 15 on the second string. So this is sort of working around a pentatonic, but you've just sort of got that cheeky diatonic note there. At the end of that, I've got another kind of dual bend idea. I'm playing 18 of the second and bending 17 of the third. I'm playing those notes together. Let's have a look at that whole phrase. Let's have a look at what we've got from the start. At the end of that, I want to play 14 of the third string and give that a gentleman's squeal. So for me, this is kind of 3/4 of the way through this pickup, but you will find them in different spots on the 24 fret guitars. So be patient with yourselves and know your instruments. So after that squeal, I work into this phrase. Okay, so after I've done that squeal, I want to slide into 12 of the third string. Then I'm going to play 15 of the first as a quick octave. Then I'm going to play a regular 14, a bend, a regular 14, a bend. That's going to sound like this. After the second bend though, I'm going to bend it down, pull off to 12 and then slide to 5. So we'll go. Then I'm going to play some low G minor stuff after that. So we go. Okay, then I work into this phrase. So let's slow that down. I'm going to play 3 of the third string, and then 5 of the fourth, and then back to 3 of the third. And I work into this phrase. So I'm going to bend up and back from 5 of the third string and pull off to the 3. Then I jump to 5 of the fourth and then hammer 3, 5 on the third. So all together that last chunk. Let's play that together. Now at the end of that, I'm going to slide up. I'm not anywhere specific. I just need to get into position to go, and and that'll lead us into the fourth section. And that'll get us to here. All I'm doing there is a quick chord on 15 of the first and the second string, and I've got sort of a dead note, sort of strum that. Or you can just whomp your hand down, whatever makes you feel better. That's pretty much the whole section 3. Let's do it again at a gentleman's pace, and then we'll do it again even slower with some tabs. One more time with some tabs. Okay, so the fourth section is going to be up in that high position of the G minor pentatonic. I'm going to play 2 15s on the first string and then pull off from 18 to 15. Okay, from there I roll my pointer to 15 to the second string, and then I want to work into this phrase. So I've got to bend on 18 of the second string, and then I'm jumping to 15 of the first. So all together, that's the first little chunk. And I work into this phrase. Let's slow that down. I've got a double pull off from 18 to 15 on the second string. I'm actually picking that twice. Then I'm playing 17 of the third string as a bend, and then jumping back to 15 of the second. So all together with that new chunk. To finish that off, I'm going to play 15 of the third and 17 of the fourth. So I will have a little bit of a pointer finger roll there. So let's take it from the start of this section a little bit slower. Okay, then it works into this phrase. Alright, let's slow that down. I want to play 18 of the second string, then I want to do a slight bend on 17 of the third, and then I want to play 15, 17, 15 with a slide. And I slide backwards there. And that'll lead us into the legato that follows. So let's have a look at the whole section slowly from the start again. Okay, and then I end up over here. Let's slow this down. I've almost got sort of a warm-up note before my legato. So sort of a leading in 3, and then I want to do a rolling group of 5 notes. I'm going to play 3, 5, 6, and then 5, 3 at the end of that. So that's my rolling group of 5. I've got that practice 3 before I start. So I'm going to pick both of those 3s. When I get to the second string, I'm going to do sort of 2 descending groups of 3 here. I'm going to play 6, 4, 3 on the second string. I'm going to do that twice, all in one pick. So I've got a group of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, or a group of 6. I'm going to do the same thing when I jump to the third string. I'm going to play 5, 3, 2 twice, just as legato. So we've got a group of 5 and then 2 groups of 6. At the end of that, I work into this phrase. Let's slow that down. I'm going to play 3, 5, 3 on the third string and then 2, 3, 2. I jump up the octave and I play 15, 17, 15. Then I go back into this good time, bluesy, Angus Young, James Hetfield vibe. I'm playing 18 of the second string and then bending 17 at the third. Then I'm adding in a cheeky 14, 15 to lead us into section 5. So that last chunk, nice and slow. Alright, so this section has been pretty redonk thus far. Let's take it relatively slowly from the start, and then we'll do it again with some tabs. One more time, some tabs. Okay, so section 5, keep in mind that we've just come from those two leading notes, and then I'm going to play 18 of the second string to start this. So we're going to go into this phrase. So what I'm doing there is I'm playing 18 twice, jumping to 15 of the first, and then back to 18 of the second string. We're going to hold that for a while, so we will need some vibrato to keep that interesting. Then what I do after that, I'm going to do that 14, 15 again on the third string. You might need a little bit of a slide entry to get from that position to that one. So a bit of a slide before the 18 is perfectly welcome. So I do pretty much exactly the same phrase, but this time I'm dropping to 18 of the first string. Then I jump back up to 18 of the second string. So from the start of this, let's actually borrow the last two notes of section 4 and we'll work into this. At the end of that, I'm going to add a cheeky 15 on the second string, and then I work into this phrase. So what I've got here is a bend on 18 of the second string and playing 18 of the first. I want to do that twice. So I'm keeping it sustained, and I've just got that pinky coming in underneath. At the end of that, I'm just doing two quick bends on 18 of the second string, and then you can add some vibrato at the top of the second. Alright, let's try and go from the start of the section and then we'll finish it off. Okay, then I work into this phrase, which is the same thing 4 times. Let's slow that down. I'm doing a semitone bend on 17 of the first string up and back, and then I pull off to the 15, and then I'm going to pull off from 18 to 15 on the second string. And as I said before, it's just the same thing 4 times. Okay, there's one more little chunk of this section before we finish it and get into the last good time shred in section 6. Go to this phrase. Let's slow that down. I'm going up and back on 18 of the first string, so bending it up and down, picking it both ways. Then I'm going to play 15 of the first, and then a quick 18, 15 on the second. At the end of that, I'm going to do 2 bends on 18 of the first string. So we've got... Now from the top of the bend, this is where it starts to get a little bit faster and lead into section 6. So once I'm at the top of that bend, I want to hit it 3 times, and then on the 4th time I'm going to bring it down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'm going to hit it one more time at the bottom, and then move to 15. So I kind of want us to think of this as a group of 6. From the top of that, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've got... It's a little bit strange, but once you've got it at full speed and you're rocking out, it probably doesn't matter if you do a little bit extra or a little bit less. So let's try and take it from the start of the section. So we had... One more time, some taps. Okay guys, thanks for sticking with me. Last section, section 6. This is where Mark gets a little bit angry and fast. Let's slow it down. At full speed it sounds pretty ridiculous, but once we slow it down it's just kind of fast triplet ideas all on the first string. Get out of the way, Strat. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to play 20 of the first string and jump to 15, and I'm going to work in triplets. So I'm going to play that 20 and then 2 15s, and I'm going to do the same idea from 18 to 15 and 7 to 15. 17 to 15 rather. And I'm going to return back to that 18. So at this point we should have 3 triplets. We're going to go 20, 15, 15, 18, 15, 15, 17, 15, 15, and then 18, 15, 15 again. And we're going to do that all again. At the end of the second time I do that, I work into this phrase. That's it, that's what I want to do. So I want to play 20-15 again with the two 15s. I'm going to play 18 at the second string. And then I'm going to play 18 at the first string and then two 15s. So we're going to go. And then I'll go back to 18 at the second string. So it'll go. So in a way, I kind of think of this as 12 triplets. So sort of 4 mini groups. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hopefully that's all making sense. And then we get into this big good time shred towards the end. I'm going to play 17 to 15 on the first string and jump to 18 at the second. Then I have a rolling group of 5, much the same as when we had the legato before. I'm going to play 15, 17, 18, and then reverse that 17, 15. And that's going to be our group of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll go. And much the same as what we had before, I'm going to go, but actually shred it this time. With the wire, it sounds really, really cool. So we're going to have 3 notes, 5 notes, and then 6. Let's take this slowly. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 18, 16, 15 twice on the second. A little gap. And then I vibrato the crap out of that 15 on the third string. And then I slide into 15 of the sixth string. So it goes. And that's the whole section. So let's go from the start when we had that sort of trend triplet idea. We'll take it relatively slowly and then we'll do it again even slower with some tabs. One more time with some tabs. And that was the gorgeous and emotional solo from Blackbird by Alter Bridge. Hope you guys have enjoyed that. Please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you all very soon.